Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I am glad that we are here together. Yes, how are you doing? Rain out here in Oakland. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear, how much will be coming through, but it is raining heavily out here. It's been raining all night, and so yeah, as we go out on the roads, please be careful. And if you don't have to be out, probably stay off the roads and just do what you can at home if you're able, or wherever it is that you need to be. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And I must say too that in our title we put the book as Hot Strings, but it is Hot String. This one coming to us from Brooke Boynton-HUGHES, and if you remember, she brought us Brave Molly. It is a beautiful one, and this one was here in May last year, so already almost a year. It's crazy how time flies. Thank you so much for joining in, and as always, please let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. And of course, if you missed Storytime Live, remember that you can catch us at your convenience at storytimewithmrlamada.com, at Storytime with Mr. Lamada on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, you can catch us anytime that works for you. Thank you so much for being here with us. And of course, please do send us those pictures. I see from Miles and Owen that it is a winter wonderland out there in Massachusetts today. And actually, I did receive a photo to share today on Storytime, but it could not upload. We could not get it uploaded in time. So tomorrow, people will get to see a glimpse of what that winter wonderland looks like out there in Massachusetts. Thank you so much for joining in, and glad that you're here. Days away from spring. Love the spirit. Love the enthusiasm. I love that. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Yes. Coming soon. Great outlook to have. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you. And indeed, spring is around the corner. And of course, too, I've been seeing a few blossoms out there too. Lots and lots of blossoms. So yeah, getting there for sure. Thank you so much for being here, and glad that we're here together. And remember too that we do have a wonderful lineup this week. Some of my favorite books. Right there, we did have The Dreamer yesterday, and then we did have today we're having Hot String. Tomorrow we have Everywhere with You. But every time I think about Everywhere with You right now, I want to say everything everywhere all at once. Is that it? Everywhere with You will be here tomorrow, and then we will have The Longest Let's Go Boy on Thursday, and then Friday we round it up with things to do, another classic. So yes, lots to look forward to. And of course, to May 11th, that date, we will be here with Jack the Library Cat and Marietta Apollonio out there in Massachusetts. Excited. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, glad you're here with us. Let us see more who is here with us this morning. Thank you indeed, Miles and Owen, like we said earlier. Thank you for joining in. And of course, to sounds like perfect weather out there for reading. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. We have flurries out in Kentucky. Oh my goodness, please do stay warm. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Thank you for spending a part of your morning with us right here. Thank you indeed. Good morning to you, Marietta Apollonia. Thank you for that beautiful picture. I could not get it uploaded in time, but we will be sharing it tomorrow for sure. Thank you so much for joining in. Henry, how are you doing today? Good to see you here on Storytime. Snow day today. Lots of big fluffy snowflakes. Well, please do stay warm. Thank you for sharing those pictures. We get to see that beautiful winter wonderland out there. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, glad we're here together. Again, Marietta, congratulations on your brand new book. Cannot wait to have it here on Storytime. I cannot wait to have it on the shelf. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Good morning to you, Tara McNamara, Erin and Clara, and say they're outside playing in the snow and are excited to watch Storytime later today. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Enjoy your playtime out there in the snow. Thank you indeed for being here. Tara McNamara, good morning to you. Hugs, thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Good morning to you, Ari. And of course, Megan, thank you so much for joining us out there in Kentucky. Were you having flurries today, you say? Well, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Oh, yes, indeed. Good morning to you, Amanda West. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. Sarah and Nathan, thank you for joining us in cloudy with the sun that is trying to peek through out there in Illinois. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely love it. Thank you for that beautiful imagery indeed. Happy Pi Day. Oh my goodness. It is Pi Day today. How could I forget? Thank you so much for reminding me of that. Thank you for being here. And we'll see if we can find some math in today's book. We'll look for something. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for sharing. Yes, indeed. And Ari joins in saying, Happy Pi Day indeed. Thank you so much for being here. We have a beautiful story to come. This one is called Heartstring from Brooke Boynton-Hughes, and we will be reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. So get ready, get comfortable, get cozy, grab what you need to make Storytime even better. Thank you so much for being here, and join me on the other side of this short message when we are back for more Storytime on today, Pi Day. Thank you for that reminder. I had a whole conversation about it with a friend on Friday. And come the day, of course, you forget, right? Thank you for being here. I'll catch you on the other side of this short message.
Hola, my name is Shamile Sayed Mendez, and I am the author of Where Are You From, Furia, and many other books for young readers. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Limada.
I'm Meenal Patel, and I am an artist, designer, and the author and illustrator of Priya Dreams of Marigolds and Masala, and you are watching Storytime with Mr. Limada.
Welcome back. Thank you indeed for joining in. And yes, if you've not seen those books, Shamila Sayed Mendez has given us so much. Go out and check them out at your local library, including Furia, and of course, Where Are You From? A favorite indeed. And of course, too, if you've not checked out Meenal Patel's Priya Dreams of Marigolds and Masala, I encourage you to do so. Check it out at your local library. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. And I must say too, a big thank you to Beach Park Elementary out there in Foster City with this beautiful library that the image that we're sharing today. So I hope that your space is near you, the library is near you are that good. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Here we go with our book for today, Heartstring. This one coming to us from Brooke Boynton-Hughes, and we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And we cannot thank them enough. I cannot say this enough. Thank you, Chronicle Books, for allowing us to read so many wonderful books here on Storytime. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Soraya, I see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you enjoy this wonderful, wonderful story indeed. And talk of Heartstring too. This morning I feel like I had a very quite an example of heartstrings for me too, because I was working on some stuff, and then something came through that just really connected with what I was doing. It was what I was doing right in the moment. And so yeah, I just felt like, how sometimes you're thinking the exact same thing as somebody who is quite a distance away, but that felt good for me. So I hope that we get to have those wonderful connecting moments. And also just as we read the book, you see all those beautiful connections. Here we go. Heartstring by Brooke Boynton-Hughes. And the dedication says, for Uncle Cousin John, with love, and in memory of Matthew Jensen, our hearts are tied to yours. And I wanted to read this dedication in particular today because it says, in memory of Matthew Jensen, our hearts are tied to yours, and it just reminded me, because yesterday, March 13th, it was the 14th anniversary of my mom passing, and it's just it's been 14 years, but it feels like yesterday. But also, like the many moments we shared together, just our hearts are connected, like no matter what, I just feel that love. I feel like she's watching over me all the time. So it's this book is especially special today reading it. Thank you so much. For just allowing me to share that. All right, here we go. Heartstring by Brooke Boynton-Hughes, and we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. There is a string, an invisible string, that ties my heart to yours. And I'm just realizing I did not move my mic to the right place. I hope you can hear me clearly now. Oh, better. There is a string, an invisible string, that ties my heart to yours. Yeah. There is a string, an invisible string, that ties my heart to yours, that ties our hearts together. Even if we have not yet met, my heart is tied to yours. And that's exactly how I feel about this wonderful community that we have here. Even if we have not yet met, my heart is tied to yours. Across the garden, across the street, over the city, and through the trees. Even though we have not met yet, my heart is tied to yours. Across the garden, across the street, over the city, and through the trees. My heart is tied to yours. Yes. Across the street. What else? Across the street, across the garden, over the city, and through the trees. My heart is tied to yours. Across the internet, My heart is tied to yours. My joy is yours. Your sorrow is mine. Yeah. My joy is yours. Your sorrow is mine. When you laugh, I feel your light. When you laugh, I feel your light. Over mountains, across waving plains, beneath brightest sun or storm and rain. Oh, yes. Over mountains, across waving plains, beneath brightest sun or storm and rain. My heart is tied to yours. Through every situation, my heart is tied to yours. When you feel alone or lost, remember the invisible string. When you feel alone or lost, remember the invisible string. For even in the dark of night, my heart is tied to yours. Yes. So even when you feel alone, even when you feel lost, for even in the dark of night, my heart is tied to yours. Across the ocean, on highest peak, over desert sand, in river deep. Yes. Across the ocean, on highest peak, over desert sand, in river deep. Everywhere you go. My heart is tied to yours. Yes. Over desert sand, on the highest peak, wherever you may be, my heart is tied to yours. My heart to yours and yours to mine, over the land, the ocean, the sky. Yeah. My heart to yours and yours to mine, over the land, the ocean, the sky. Well, my heart to yours. Yes. My heart to yours indeed. And yours to mine. My heart to yours and yours to mine. My heart is tied to yours. Ah. And that is the end of our story today. Yes, indeed. My heart is tied to yours. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. And I hope you enjoyed this wonderful book, Heartstring. I love it so much. And I hope you do too. And of course, find it at your local library and get to enjoy it some more. Why not turn on Storytime and read along with us? Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I'll catch you on the other side of this short break when we're back for more Storytime.
Hi, my name is Chad, and I'm homeschooled in Natchitoches, Louisiana. And today you're tuning in with Mr. LaMotta. Story time with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, I just love that message from Chad. And I wish I could say Natchitoches, Louisiana the way he says it, but we'll keep practicing. Thank you so much for joining in. And yes, my joy is yours. Your sorrow is mine. Over great distances, desert sand, the highest peaks, I feel your light. When you laugh, I feel your light. Yes, over mountains, across waving plains, beneath brightest sun or storm and rain, my heart is tied to yours. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Beautiful book indeed from Brooke Boynton-HUGHES, and I hope you enjoyed it. And may our hearts, may the bond continue to grow, and may that string that attaches our hearts continue to be bigger and bigger and stronger. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime, and I just love this space and love what all of you bring and make this space to be. Thank you indeed for that. And it's just it's been a place of peace for me, a place of joy, and I hope that that you all feel that as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And we're back again tomorrow with yet another heart tagging book. This one tomorrow is Everywhere with You. A beautiful one indeed. And this one will be coming to us from Carly Sorosiak and Devon Holsworth. And I love it so much. So please join us for this one tomorrow. Everywhere with You. But again, it makes I just want to say everything everywhere all at once. But this one coming to us tomorrow, so please join in tomorrow. I'm excited to share that one. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And may the heartstrings, not just between us, but between all your connections, continue to be stronger. And the ones that need a little mending, a little more attachment, may they be mended, and may that those relationships also be restored, or indeed may we be at peace with where they are right now. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, and thank you for being here with us. Thank you so much, Kristen Costa out there in Massachusetts today, of course, with Miles and Owen, and they say thank you for bringing joy to our family. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I wish you could see my heart grow a little bit bigger with that beautiful comment, with that thoughtful comment. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Good morning to you one more time, Megan, and of course, Ari. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Happy Pi Day, you say. Well, thank you indeed. And Soraya and Sharon Lungo, thank you for joining us out here in Oakland. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful book, Heartstring. And yes, indeed, good morning to you as well, Sarah and Nathan, out in cloudy with the sun that is trying to peek through Illinois. Well, love it. Thank you so much for joining in. Yes, happy Pi Day to you too. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, Amanda West, thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And out some more in the winter wonderland. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that you're having fun outside playing, and I hope that indeed it is the most enjoyable thing. Thank you so much for being here with us, Tara McNamara, Erin and Clara. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Enjoy your playtime, but of course, you'll join us later on remember, we always have hugs for you out here at Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely love it. Good morning to you, Marietta Apollonia. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you. Enjoy indeed that snow day. Henry, enjoy it. I hope you have a wonderful time with your art and books and reading, everything. Thank you so much for being here with us. Absolutely love it. Sending you love from all the way out here in Oakland, and I hope that you feel it. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And yes, have fun out there too in Kentucky. Thank you for being here with us, Megan, and of course, Ari, one more time. And Miles and Owen, thank you. Closing us out today. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow when we are back for more Storytime. And tomorrow is Everywhere with You. Yes, Everywhere with You. And today we were reading Heartstring. Thank you so much for being here. Much love from me. I'll see you again tomorrow when we are back for more Storytime. Much love from me. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing